Hi, I'm Jefferson Maganda, and I want to share with you two tips. And the first tip is that I went to speak in central London, and there's a group of people I was speaking to. I asked a show of hands for those who work for the companies and those who work for themselves. Now, the funny thing is, 85% of those people raised their hands that they work for someone else, and about 15 to 20% raised their hands that say they work for themselves. When I looked at the registration, those who said they actually work for themselves, they were either business owners, self-employed, network marketers, CEOs and chairmen of these companies, and their attitude was completely different compared to the 80% who actually work for companies. Let me ask you a question. Do you really work for someone else if you have a job? No, you don't. You work for you. You are the CEO and chairman of You Corporation. The only reason they give the job because you're adding value to that company. The day they realize that you don't, they will ask you to leave. So you need to change your attitude to a business owner. You don't work for them. You work for you. You get paid based on the value you bring to that company or the value you bring to the marketplace. So the more valuable you become, the more money you're going to make. The more valuable you become, the chances of you keeping that particular job. The more valuable you become, the chances of you, even if they fire you, you can always go out there and set up the company to compete with them or to come back as a consultant. But I guarantee you, they can't fire you if you are the lifeblood of their business. But if you work for them and you don't work for you, you're not going to invest in yourself. You're not going to make yourself more valuable. The chances are you'll be the first person they let go when they don't see the value adding to the company. Let me ask you this. Actually, try this out. Take 2 weeks off your work and see if they're going to miss you. When you come back, see if they missed you. If they didn't miss you for 2 weeks and they didn't actually try to call you, then I'm telling you, you already lost your job. They haven't told you yet. But the management right now haven't figured out that you actually cost them the money. They can do without you. You need to understand that the more valuable you become, the more money you make, the more chances you have of keeping that job. You'll be the last person they will ask to leave. But if you don't become valuable, if you don't change your attitude and you go there as if you work for them, meaning just do your job and that's it, as the business owner who's trying to find a way to make the company become more profitable, to add more value, because that's what business owner as attitude is. I need to make sure this company become more profitable. Now, it's not because they pay you more money, it's because you're investing and you're becoming better of understanding business. Which means that even if they fire, you can always go and set up a company to compete with them, or you can always come back as a consultant. I've made so many people work for companies for years, and they don't even know how the department work. You can't afford to do that to yourself. You need to understand that you don't work for anyone else, you work for you. You are the CEO and chairman of your own company. You get paid based on the value you bring to the marketplace, and the good news for us human beings that you can become more valuable tomorrow than you are today. So, be more valuable tomorrow than you are today. Stronger, wiser, more competent, and that's the only way you're guaranteed to be successful in everything that you do. Apply that philosophy to everything else that you do, and I guarantee your life is going to be much more exciting, more interesting than the life of sitting there and waiting for someone else to tell you what to do. Okay, which brings me to tip number 2. Second tip is that because now you're working towards becoming more valuable, now investing in yourself is key. But because we're very busy, I'm asking you, tip number 2, to now turn your car into a university. You see, a lot of us spend more time in the car or traveling to and from work, but we don't use that time as a learning place. Everything you need to learn, there's a video, there's an audio, there's a tape on it. You can go and find an audio on any of the subjects that you're looking for. If you want to become better in something, go and find an audio, put into your car, and start listening to something that makes you better tomorrow than you are today. You see, a lot of people spend more time listening to music as if they're in the music business. But even if you are in the music business, I still believe that you cannot succeed in music business just understanding music. You need to understand business, management, sales, marketing, branding. Everything you need to learn, you can learn it in your car. You can achieve a PhD in 1 year just spending more time listening from and work, and all the time you spend in your sitting on the train going somewhere. Have an MP3 player. They're very cheap to get. Or even your phone, you can put audios on your phone and listen to something that making you better than you were tomorrow than you were today. So, one, you're the CEO and chairman of your own company. You get paid based on the value you bring to the marketplace. Invest more in yourself by using your car or your travel time as a university. Those 2 tips will change the way you work, will change your financial future. They will change your ability to become a better person tomorrow than you are today. And it's the first step towards you becoming a success in everything you want to do. Now, everything we want to do, someone is already researched, someone's already done it, and we can learn from them. The challenge we face is that we want things to happen, but we don't want to change, and we don't want to work for them. For those who are watching this video and you really want to impact your life, these are simple, basic steps that you can take, but they work. They work for so many people out there. And I want to tell you this, if you start this, we'll have a different conversation this time next year. Until next time, you take care, God bless. Bye-bye for now.